Hey guys, this is Mr. Markland again with Unlimited Possibilities Martial Arts. Today what we're going to do is we're going to visit some of the hand configurations of some of the Kung Fu styles, because I think it's very intriguing, and kind of some ways that you can use some of those. Now we're not going to get into depth on how to use them. We're just going to basically go right along the surface, okay? So really surface level right now. That's all we're doing. Okay, so we're going to start off with some of the hand configurations. I think I'm only going to do 3 for this video just to keep it down. But there are several different hand positions that you can have in Kung Fu. And so the first one we're going to do is kind of like the open hand, the snake technique. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of the snake. The next one we're going to go over is the 2-finger, or the Mantis technique. So Mantis hands like this. And the last one we're actually going to do is the elephant fist, like so. Okay, thumbs are on the outside. It's a little bit different of a technique, but really fun. Okay, let me have my helper real quick and have Mr. Dennis come in. Okay, so basically, and when you look at some of these techniques, you see these movies and you see them do these techniques, right? And you're going, what in the world are those things for? Someone's just going to reach out and punch them. Well, again, everything depends on skill, right? So it depends on how skilled the person is with the technique. But in snake, the bare basic minimum is you're striking, obviously, with the tips of the fingers to soft targets in the body, okay? So we're talking about throat, we're talking about eyes, primarily those two. Really, you don't really strike too many other things unless you've really built up your fingers to where they're strong enough to where you can strike other areas too, like the solar plexus or celiac plexus area. But mainly that's what you're gonna do. And if we're talking about snake movement, right, the snake movement goes around like this. And people go, well, what are you going to do with your hands moving like that, right? So this is going around a technique, right? So if he holds his arm out for like a punch, yeah, if he comes in for a punch. So if I'm here, I can snake around the move. Does that make sense? This is real basic. This is not, obviously there's movement and you're moving the body too. But right now I'm just showing you real basic. So if he comes in, I can go here and snake in. Right? If he comes in again, I can go around him and snake in. Notice I have my other hands up like this, because I can do this again. See? Okay? So that's some basic ideas with the snake idea technique. Okay? You can also move and strike away these types of motions as you do. Okay, so now that we've kind of got one piece of the snake, now we're going to go into you can call that the buji or busao, which is a snake or a fingertip hand configuration. Now we're going to go into the Mantis, okay? But what in the world would you use this for? Someone comes up to you, their hands are up, and you just go like that. So they go and punch, and you just, no, that's not what that's for, okay? It's really about the forearms. People don't think about that. So let's say he came in and he was going to throw a punch. It's the forearms that I'm striking with. I'm also using my elbows. Okay, so maybe he punches with the other hand, and I come in. See? Oh, I can use that. See? Does that make sense? Yeah, and I can just come in. Yeah, see? And then there's other techniques. I'm not really showing them that much, but there's other techniques where you can pull them in, push them out, gets them off balance, that sort of thing. That helps with being able to get in and strike with any type of technique from that move, okay? So this is not necessarily, a lot of times you can be hooking with this too, okay? So maybe he throws a punch, and I cover here, and I hook with this. Can't see it on that side. Punch with this hand, okay? Maybe I come here, and I hook with this, like that, okay? And that allows me to go to the outside, and maybe I can strike to the eye, elbow, whatever. So this is kind of the idea. You're covering up. It's really a lot like this. You're using the forearms, only you're also hooking. So you're actually You can think of it like this, as grabbing over the hands, okay? A lot like a, what is it called? A lot like a move or a monkey grip from maybe Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu uses that a lot too, but there are several other arts that use that. Okay, so that would be the Mantis, okay, two-finger Mantis technique. Now we're going to go to the elephant fist, okay? So elephant fist looks just like this. Basically, it's a great move, great technique. Someone comes in, you can bring the hands up and come down. See, you're just coming down, striking. You can also strike to the side here, like so. You can also come around and strike to the other side, and then strike to the other side, that sort of thing. So the idea is the elephant fist can strike here with the knuckles. It can also be a punch, so you can go from here if he blocks this, right? I was hoping you'd block on the outside. But if he blocks here, I can actually go straight in with the punch too with that type of technique. That's the idea. If he passes it, I guess you just have to circle and come back with the other hand. So that's the idea. It's you can strike here, or you can strike with a straight punch. That's the thing that I like about it, is I can go here to strike him, like maybe on the bridge of the nose. I can strike here, strike the temple, all that kind of stuff. You can strike the ribs, all that kind of stuff. But even in striking those, if he blocks, you can just punch right after the strike. So it's block, boom, and just punch. So anyway, that's the idea with the elephant fist, which is kind of fun. Okay, so those are some basic 3 Kung Fu Wushu techniques. I thought it would be fun to just do a video on some different hand configurations and how you could possibly use them, just for fun, because you really want to figure out, again, instead of just looking at something and going, well, that's not going to work, it would actually be better for you to go, I wonder how that would work. How would it be realistic, and how could I actually apply the idea, right? So, meaning, maybe you don't do this, maybe you don't want to do this, right? So he punches. Instead of doing this, I just go like this. See, I just come here, and then I can, whatever. I can throw hooks or whatever I feel like throwing. So it's the idea that we're trying to capture when we're doing these moves that will help be useful in other ways that we can actually, that'll be more natural for us, okay? All right, so that is the video for today. We'll see you guys on the next video, actually. Bye-bye.